Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm recording on my brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max in 4K 30 frames per second, just to show you guys how the camera quality is. The audio is also coming from the iPhone itself. I am not using any external mics, and also I'm not using any gimbal, so you can see how stable the video is. I'm gonna record the entire day using the iPhone just to showcase how the video quality is gonna be in this brand new device. I have not done something like this in the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so I might do that in the future so that there are two references for you guys, but yeah. Seems to be okay. The day is quite gloomy, so it's not doing justice. If it were sunny, then it might be looking much better, but let's just focus on the movement. So I'm shaking the camera, and I'm shaking much more vigorously than I've done the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra or the Nothing Phone 2. So this should be, quite the good test. The clip that you just saw, I was really blown away because I was playing it back and the stabilization really blew my mind. As you saw, I was panning left and right, and you could see where I was panning, and there was not a lot of shakiness. But there was a moment where I was moving the camera up and down, and everything in the frame was very stable. It was not moving at all. And I was like, did I even shake it? Because I remember shaking it up and down and there were like no movements whatsoever. The stabilization in the iPhone 15 Pro Max is amazing. Okay, just to show you what I mean, I'm currently recording with my iPhone 14 Pro Max and I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max right here in my left hand. So what I'm gonna do is hit record on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And now it's recording, as you can see by the button. I'm gonna shake it up and down like this. And I'm gonna play it back to you. So I'm gonna stop the recording. And now I'm gonna put the phone down right here. And I'm gonna open up the recording. And as you can see, it's playing. You can see the bar move here. And see, there's no shakiness whatsoever. As you can see here, it's still playing. And it stopped. So the stabilization in the iPhone 15 Pro Max is amazing. And now I'm recording from the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and on my left hand, I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So I'm gonna do the similar kind of movement. So I'm gonna hit record on the 14 Pro Max, and then I'm gonna move it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna click on the recorded file, and let's see. You can see the movement. So the stabilization has improved in the iPhone 15 Pro Max based on this. Let me replay it again so that you can see it much clearly. So let's play this. It's playing. Yeah, you can see there the movement, which does not happen in the 15 Pro Max. This doesn't mean that the camera in the iPhone 14 Pro Max is bad by any means, but we can see that there has been improvements in the iPhone 15 Pro Max's camera, mostly in relation to stabilization. I prefer the stabilization of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, definitely, because you can see a lot of the shakiness has been removed, and whenever you're going out and about and you're on a trip or something, if you have to capture something in action, then you can rest assured that your video is going to be much more stable than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Okay, so recording outside with the 15 Pro Max, crossing the road. It's sunny now. Okay, so we're gonna be making tea. Tea. We put the milk. Okay, we've come to the same spot for the recording in the nighttime with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. From the viewfinder, compared to the recording of the Nothing Phone 2 and the recording of the Galaxy S23 Ultra, I feel like the iPhone 15 Pro Max is doing much better job recording at nighttime. Again, I'm shooting in 4K 30 frames per second, no gimbal use whatsoever. And from the viewfinder, it looks like the camera is letting a lot of light in and seems to be doing a much better job than the S23 Ultra and the Nothing Phone 2. Because I had recorded using those two devices around the same time in the same location. and I'm getting much better results with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So as I said, I don't have any gimbal, so I'm walking to see if there's going to be any shakiness in the walk around this nighttime recording. And again, the audio is coming from the iPhone 15 Pro Max itself. I'm not using any external mics. As you can see, it's doing well. Okay, now I'm trying to focus the camera on me. I think it's gonna struggle recording me because there is not much light here. But let's see, what if I don't move and just record it like this? It may do a better job than the Nothing Phone 2 and the S23 Ultra, but we'll have to see. From my point of view, it seems to be doing quite well. That's the moon right there. Let's touch to focus. It's not gonna do it because it's very far, but yeah. Let's test the zoom. This is currently in 1x. This is now in 2x. This is now in 5x. Let's go back to 1x. Let's do the same here. 2x, 5x, and back to 1x. Okay, let's go where the dog is and try to record the dog. There are some lights around there which will help light the subject, but yeah, overall I think this is doing a much better job. Okay, now I'm recording with the front-facing camera of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and compared to the front-facing camera of the S23 Ultra and the Nothing Phone 2, it still looks grainy, but it might look slightly better. The back camera of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the recording from the clip before, when I saw myself, although it was grainy, it performed quite well in comparison to the S23 Ultra and the Nothing Phone 2. So the back camera at nighttime, the 15 Pro Max, does perform better, at least in my opinion. So there's quite minimal light here, and it seems to be lighting the subject properly. Yeah, from the viewfinder, the iPhone 15 Pro Max seems to be doing a much better job. I'm currently in my studio, and this is how it looks recorded from the iPhone 15 Pro Max using the main camera, and the only light source that's on at the moment is the lamp to my right. The audio is also coming from the device itself, no external mics being used. I'm currently using a stand to position the iPhone 15 Pro Max so that it can shoot me. I have no other lights turned on, and this is how it looks. So what I'm gonna do now is just to give you a different perspective. I'm gonna turn on the studio lights. I'm not gonna turn on the ceiling lights, so just with the studio lights and the lamp to my right on, I'll show you how different it looks. And you can see it for yourself how good the camera is with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is without the studio lights turned on, and this is with the studio lights turned on. Obviously, with the studio lights turned on, it will look better because that's more light. But I think with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, because the sensor opens up a lot, you do not need more lights in order to shoot a good video. I think the iPhone 15 Pro Max does a better job at capturing even at low lights. But you can see the video yourself and be the judge of it. I think I'll leave it here for now. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.